today's post, we're going to be talking about dizziness and vertigo. Whether it's vertigo where you think you're spinning or whether the room around you is spinning, you need to be evaluated from a functional neurological perspective. You may have been diagnosed with BPPV in previous times, where they think a crystal in your inner ear had gotten loose and caused the canals of your inner ear to get disturbed from this piece of calcium that's roaming around there, and you may have had maneuvers to help reposition that crystal, and that might have helped you for a while, and maybe now you're having symptoms again. Or maybe you're put on antivert or meclizine, and they maybe helped for a while, but now you're still having symptoms. So from a functional neurological perspective, we look at a few things to determine why you may have that dizziness. So just know that your body's ability to know where it is in space is coordinated from a few areas. So you need information coming in from the eyes. Secondly, from your inner ear or the vestibular apparatus. And you need information coming in from the spine, particularly from the joints of the spine and the muscles. These two areas actually have receptors in them that tell the brain where your body is positioned. So the inner ear apparatus, the spinal system, and the eyes all need to be coordinating their information back to the brain. And it does so through an area of the back of the brain called the cerebellum. The cerebellum lies right back here, and it coordinates all this information coming in from these three areas. So the cerebellum needs to be coordinating it appropriately. If there's a disconnect amongst any of these pieces of information through the cerebellum, then one of the symptoms you can get is that feeling of unsteadiness. Again, whether you feel like the room is spinning or whether you feel like you are spinning, there's a disconnect amongst these three things from a functional neurological perspective. From that information, figuring out whether it is the cerebellum or whether it is an eye issue or whether it is the vestibular apparatus itself or whether the spine itself is in trouble or sick or fixed or not moving very well or if it's arthritic, these things can now give you that sense of instability. So from a functional neurological perspective, we would evaluate these things. We would then coordinate a rehab program to rehabilitate through brain-based therapies, depending on which area is the problem, so that you can actually get those areas working well again, so that you can actually have the feeling of where you are in space is actually where you are and you don't feel unsteady. So I hope this helped, and keep that in mind when you're trying to figure out why you have the issues you're having. So I'd like to thank you for watching, and make it a great day.